Hi, today I'm going to show you my sensory bin that is cat in the hat themed in honor of Dr. Seuss's birthday. So let's get started. We've read this book a million times. They know the characters, so I wanted to do something for the cat and then thing one and thing two. So I'm going to show you these activities that I made. For the hat, I have a toilet paper tube that I painted black. I cut out a brim of just white cardboard, stuck it on there, cut some slits into the toilet paper tube, and we have these giant buttons that come in lots of colors, but I took out the two colors that I needed. And then the point of this activity is to try to make a pattern. So they would just slide the buttons into the slits like this to make the pattern on the cat's hat. Next up, I dyed some bite-sized rigatoni with food coloring and a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Once you put the rubbing alcohol on this, it should not be put in the mouth. So if you have children who still like to stick things in their mouth, you may want to skip this one. But if you think it's safe that they will not do that, this is a fun one for teaching stringing. You can try making a pattern. I have a piece of paracord here. I tied a big knot on the end of it so they could slide the pasta onto the string, into a pattern, or however they wanted. You could practice counting it or scooping it or wearing it on your fingers as rings, what my 3-year-old likes to do. And next up, I have thing one and thing two. I printed out a picture of them, wrapped it around a cup, and just taped it on there. Nothing fancy. And I have these colored foam blocks. I think I bought them at Target a really long time ago. And so they could hide them into this filler that I'll talk about next and find them all. You could practice scooping with a spoon or using tongs to fill and dump the cup. My youngest also likes to stack the blocks, and he said he was building a snowman. Hopefully that's the last we see of any snowmen, because I'm completely over that weather. We have paper Easter grass, which this is a fantastic time of year to be looking for this filler because it's everywhere in the stores. Easter's next month. I put this in here, offered a pair of scissors, told them this looked like thing one and thing two's hair, and they could practice giving it a haircut, as long as they were super careful not to cut their fingers. And over here in the corner, I've got, these M&M mini tubes that we saved. And then I've got this container. All right. I've got this container, which is a repurpose because its original purpose was pointless. This is a Nerf bullet refill pack. It had 100 bullets in here. Just terrible idea. Don't recommend buying that. As soon as you take some bullets out, they all fall over, making it impossible to get them back in there. So they no longer live in this container. So I found a use for it. I've got some rice and red and blue pony beads. And so the point of this activity would be to use the tongs and pick out the beads and drop them into the corresponding colored tube. Or not, because my kids are unlikely to do what I want them to do, so they just put it wherever they want. You could also do this with a spoon if you needed to practice that self-help skill. So this is how I set it up and the intentions that I had for each of these materials. That doesn't at all mean that that's what they're going to do with it, and it will likely all get dumped together, and that's okay. All we can do is try, right? So I hope you enjoy my cat in the hat themed sensory bin, and I will see you next time.